Okay, what's something that's not a cult but seems like a cult?
The concept of America as a whole. Land of the free, home of the brave. We're the best at everything and nobody can do it better than us. I said what I said. See, I didn't know I was a baddie. Frankly, I believe like 90% of the time I'm a marshmallow, both physically and emotionally. Is it the hair? The hair that currently doesn't know what it wants to do? Black nails? Black clothes? Black everything? Or is it just the angry TikToks I've been making lately? Then again, I am an Aries, so...
Place every vowel in your username with oodle and then let text-to-speech say it.
Bloodloodle Roodelvoodlin 666. Bloodloodle Roodelvoodlin 666. Bloodloodle Roodelvoodlin 666.
Alright, let's do this. Let's see what it gets me. Knew it. Maybe we try again? Oof. How can they break what hasn't been fixed? This is just not going well for me, is it? Nope. How unlucky can one guy be? Very unlucky, apparently. I'm just gonna keep on doing this. Let's see how bad it gets. No, please, no. I don't want drama, though. I said I don't want drama, though. Can we fit one more in? I'll take it. Fuck it. Am I about to leak my first name for a trend? Yes, I am.
Elias. Sale.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. This is a crime against coffee. Listen, if you want to make coffee that tastes like a Starbucks Frappuccino, here's how you really do it without adding a shit ton of creamer. Average Starbucks Frappuccino bottle, right? That much creamer. That much. 30%. Coffee. Straight brewed from the coffee maker with a filter. Add it to the bottle. Even more coffee creamer than I actually needed. Cheers. Oh yeah, that was still way too much creamer. I'm more used to doing it with regular milk, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 2 sweetener packs.
Hi TikTok, I have a request. Will somebody please stitch this and show me some snow?
My girl, this is the perfect opportunity. I live in Michigan. Aside from currently wearing 3 layers of long sleeve shirts, this is what my windshield looks like. Yeah, that's all snow. This is what the window beside me looks like. And that's what that looks like. I'm not cold, you're cold. I am acclimated to this sort of weather. So I am learning facts that are just absolutely blowing my mind right now. I found out not too long ago that, in a way and to a certain extent, plants feel pain. And they scream in pain as well. So I did a quick Google search and found out another fact that is just blowing my mind. Plants can hear, too! Scientists have actually found evidence that plants can actually hear the buzz of passing bees and produce sweeter nectar in response to entice the flying insects in. And their flowers are technically ears! What? Vegans, I want your take on this. I want to know how this information makes you feel. In the fluffy sort of way or the smutty sort of way? You know what? I'm afraid to know the answer to that question. I had to Google that, by the way. I had to Google it because I'm not the biggest fan of Godzilla movies. It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time before someone shipped me with something weird.
Tell me about a time someone talked about you in another language and you showed them that you understood them in that language.
Oh, the joys of being brought up by a German mother. I met a pretty snobby foreign exchange student from Berlin that came to my high school. And at one point she said something pretty snobby to a group of friends she had made because I had boasted about being half German. And I overheard her mutter something in German. I walked right over to her, looked her dead in the eyes, and went, "Was?" She called me a stupid American pig that needed to shut the hell up. And I reiterated that sentence to her word per word. When I tell you that this girl went as white as a sheet. I can read and understand a lot more German than I can speak and write. Don't think for a second that makes me stupid. So yeah, a rainbow kiss is pretty bad. However, I have one that grosses people out equally as much. Similar concept, but I refer to it as a strawberry cream pie. Think about it for just a second. I make one dirty joke in the early hours of the morning. One dirty joke, leave for the day, and my followers lose their goddamn minds. You guys are a freaking riot in that comment section, I swear. And for those of you who have watched my previous video and still don't understand, it's probably better that I not tell you. Because I don't think you're gonna find that one on Google. Strawberry cream pie is my own little nasty joke. And the fact that you don't understand probably tells me you're too young to understand.
I don't want to grow up to be the old lady who's always talking about the plague we had in the 20s.
I do. I want to be that old trans man. If I ever have kids, let alone grandkids, I cannot wait for the day where they sit me down and ask me about 2020. Hope you got a lot of paper, kiddo, and a lot of spare time. This is going to be a long-ass story. But that's not the best part. The best part is guaranteed there's bound to be some straggling Trump supporters still out there around that time who might even be still convinced that Trump is somehow president. Oh yeah, old Trump may have died like 20 years ago, but that doesn't make a difference because he's still our president. Don't you think otherwise? God forbid the children of those two people go to the same school, and either they get into a fight at school, or the kid of the Trump supporter is just like, "Hey, oh man, can I go to your place after school? My dad's nuts." Right, I've been meaning to do a video on this. I think there's a reason why we are starting to find very simple things like a piece of bread falling over so funny. For one thing, 2020 was a thing. Essentially, all this generation knows is stress and misery. And humans are beings that crave dopamine and endorphins. So we're trying to find relief, humor, and happiness in any way that we can. It's kind of like with the thing that was going viral a little while ago where you fake laugh until you actually laugh. Laughter releases endorphins. I mean, I'm no therapist, but I think this is just a case of this generation finally being able to find enjoyment in the simpler things of life. Like a piece of bread just falling over, go... Can someone explain to me why I ruined my own dreams for myself? I had a golden opportunity in a dream last night. Golden opportunity! I was trapped in a room with Tom Hiddleston, aka my celebrity crush. Along with me was Tom Ellis and one other person. The little details of the dream don't exactly matter. All you need to know is that I was checking out some butts in that dream. Let's just say Tom Hiddleston caught me in the act of checking out someone else's butt. And it was not Tom Ellis's. The look of disappointment that was on his face was painful. And of course, right after that happened, I woke up. No opportunity to correct myself. Why? Every fucking time! Okay. Whoever pissed off Mother Nature, best apologize right now. Like, I'm already aware of the winter storm hell that the South is going through right now. But I was just outside and got brain freeze just by breathing the air. My nose is so cold I can barely feel it. Yes, I realize I live in Michigan. I live in a state where the air hurts my face during the winter. But this is some bullshit. That's what that looks like, by the way. Can, hardly even tell where the sidewalk meets the ground. Michigan gets a cold front from the north around this time of year, typically referred to as the polar vortex. But even I think this feels a little extreme. Okay, originally I was gonna shut up and mind my own business, but right now, this is pissing me the fuck off. The whole winter storm thing that the South is going through right now is not a political issue. I just saw a TikTok from one lady who made a fairly reasonable argument, but then followed up her entire TikTok with, should have voted blue. This is not about who voted for Trump and who voted for Biden this time. People's lives are on the line. People are dying. That TikTok I mentioned earlier, yeah, there was a comment on it from a mother who is struggling to keep her newborn baby's feet warm. And he's crying in pain because she can barely do anything about it. People, this is not a political issue. Suck it up and show some goddamn empathy. We can joke and bullshit when Texas is sunny and 75 again. And this is from a Michigander.
What is your sign? What signs have you dated? What sign gave you the biggest heartbreak? What sign gave you trust issues? What sign did you have the most fun with? What sign would you date again?
Really? You're gonna go there with this, huh? You're gonna go there with this. Do you know why Scorpio gave me trust issues? You wanna know why? Because she cheated on me with a man that was 3 times my age. She then proceeded to lie about the fact that she cheated on me, even though I saw a hickey on her neck. One which I did not place myself. Not only that, but it was the guy that she was cheating on me with that actually came to me and said that she was cheating on me, and provided all the text messages and everything else that proved it. And your attitude pretty much tells me that I should never trust a Scorpio ever again. Because I guess dishonesty is in your nature. Would it be a kicker if I said it gets worse? Turns out this was a game that she loved to play. What she would do is take an ex and paint them as a villain to her current relationship. And then it would be this whole big issue of, oh, I have trust issues because of this person, so I need you to be honest and straightforward with me. And I'm someone who is loyal to a fault. I would stay up until 3 a.m. and only get a couple hours of sleep just to make sure she was okay. But then, once she got bored with the relationship, she would turn around and cheat. I got to see this entire thing play out again because About 2 years later, she started dating one of my closest friends. I tried to warn him. I tried. And 6 months later, I got to say the legendary words, "I told you so." Because he wound up breaking up with her because she cheated. Again! Okay, so I've bashed Scorpio enough for one day. Let me tell you how Leo broke my heart. To this day, this person still stands as my longest lasting relationship at 1.5 years. And honestly, for the first year, everything was peachy. Our dates usually consisted of a quiet night in, watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and eating out at our favorite cafe. However, 1 year into our relationship, he decides he wants to explore polyamory. I had never been in a polyamorous relationship before, so I was basically like, I won't knock it till I've tried it. And I very quickly found out it was not for me because I get jealous as fuck. Him and his number 2 did more in 6 months than we had an entire year in our relationship. And then out of the blue, he decides to marry her. I was the one that officially broke it off because I felt like a complete homewrecker and that I was no longer welcome in the relationship.
Making fun of the South because we're not equipped to handle this much snow is ridiculous.
She's right. My fellow Michiganders, in fact, my fellow Northerners, put this into perspective. Imagine if we had 3 solid weeks where during the day it was 120 degrees Fahrenheit and we had a drought for 3 straight weeks. I know some of you guys are going to roll your eyes at this and just be like, oh, but we're the North. That would never happen. Okay. But Ted Cruz also figured that Texas would never freeze over. And Texas is frozen over. If Michigan had 3 solid weeks of 120 degree weather and a drought to boot, there would be pandemonium. I know for a fact. Remember, we got a shit ton of cornfields. Imagine what it's going to do to the crops. For some reason, my dreams are hell-bent on reminding me how much I simp for Loki. I just woke up from a nap. Don't know if you can tell from either my face or my hair. And during said nap, rather than just a dream about Tom Hiddleston himself, I had a dream about Loki. I had a dream where I bumped into him grocery shopping and he was shopping with Thor. Thor had stacked his entire freaking shopping cart with drumsticks. Meanwhile, I had just gone out to buy myself this little tub of butter. We decided to continue grocery shopping together, and on top of this mountain of drumsticks sits this little tub of butter. And I cannot believe the only thing I got out of that entire dream is, I need to go out and buy butter. Oh, there's some tea to be spilled here. I can feel it. Is this what it's like to run into one of my own YouTube videos on TikTok? I am bewildered. I am flabbergasted. Dare say I am confuzzled. This is new.
What's one weird thing that you're holding on to for the sake of a project?
I gotta go to my refrigerator for this. This is a Tupperware dish full of eggs. I've been learning about resin art, and I want to make resin eggs. So I'm saving these to cast molds and stuff. And each one in the Tupperware has a different shape to it that I liked. And I think will look really pretty once I get to it.